This is a variable acceleration question. It is from A22 2022 and question 3. This is a question where you've got to find it, well, the end part of it, you've got to find the total distance travelled. So it really highlights the difference between displacement and distance. Now the question starts off, it says a particle moves in a straight line through a fixed point O. At time t seconds, the velocity v meters per second is given by v is equal to 5t squared plus 2t minus 3. Initially, the displacement of the particle is 0.5 meters from O. Find an expression for the displacement of the particle from O at time t. Now, what you need to know for this is a relationship between your displacement s, let me get a bit bigger, your displacement s, your velocity, and your acceleration. So to get from displacement to velocity and to acceleration, what you do is you differentiate with respect to time. So that means, to go the other way, you integrate, I'll just abbreviate that to integrate, with respect to time. And that's what we're going to have to do here, because we start with our velocity. Let me just write that down. Velocity is 5t squared plus 2t minus 3. So we're going to have to integrate that to get back to the displacement. So our s, displacement, is the integral of 5t squared plus 2t minus 3 integrated with respect to time. And if we do that, we will get 5t cubed over 3 plus 2t squared over 2, which is just t squared, minus 3t plus your constant of integration. Now, you read the question, and more often than not, it will tell you maybe a time, maybe s is equal to 2, or t is equal to 2 when s is equal to 5 or 15 or whatever it happens to be. And then that will allow you to find the c. You must find that. Now, if you read it and read it twice and you find out there's nothing, then you just have to make the assumption when t equals 0, your s is equal to 0. But read the question, that's the last resort. If they do not tell you, then that's the assumption you have to make. But normally, they will tell you some sort of condition which will allow you to find your constant c. So let's go back and read. It says, and there we have it, initially, the displacement of the particle is 0.5 meters. So what that tells you initially means at the start, when t is equal to 0, s is equal to 0.5. So we're going to put those in now to our equation. So let me give myself a wee bit of room. So initially, when t is equal to 0, s is equal to 0.5. I'm showing on my working out, I wouldn't normally do just as much as I'm about to do. But 0.5 then is equal to 5 times 0 cubed over 3 plus 0 squared minus 3 times 0 plus c. Now that's just 0.5 is equal to 0 plus 0 minus 3 times 0. And then that is just plus c. So that's just 0.5 is equal to c. And then what you do is you rewrite your equation. It was 5t cubed over 3 plus t squared minus 3t plus your 0.5. Okay, right. Now, the next bit says, find the distance travelled by the particle in the first 3 seconds. This is a really, really good question I've asked you here. Now, what you need to do here is you need to find, don't take this down just yet, but you need to find at the start what your displacement is, at the end, so when t is equal to 3, what your displacement is, but in between this, you need to find any times when the thing comes to rest. Because you imagine it's maybe here, and it moves out a certain distance, maybe comes to rest, and if it comes to rest, it goes back on itself, maybe comes to rest again, then goes forward, and that's maybe t is equal to 0 where it is, and t is equal to 3 where it is. But what you need to do is find this distance, and this distance to find the total distance travelled. So in a question like this, what you must do first, your first step will come back to all this, what you must do is find any times when the particle is at rest. What that means, remember that means your v is equal to 0. V equals 0 between, I'll just say the start and end time, which in this case is 0 obviously and 3 seconds. So our V, let's go back when they told us what that was, right? 5t squared plus 2t minus 3. 5t squared plus 2t minus 3. So we're going to put V equal to 0. So that 0 is equal to 5t squared plus 2t minus 3. I'm going to just do this out. Sum and product. Sum is equal to 2. My product is equal to minus 10. It's not equal to minus 10. It's equal to minus 15. It's equal to minus 15. So my two numbers are plus 5 and minus 3. So 5t squared plus 5t minus 3t minus 3. Factorize the first two terms, 5t times t plus 1 minus 3 times t plus 1. And that is going to be t plus 1 upon 5t minus 3. So t is equal to minus 1 or t is equal to 3 over 5. Right, now this one we ignore. And just write down ignore. You don't need to explain. We're ignoring it because it was before our initial time. You're not going to have a negative time anyway. So what we need to do in this, we need to find when t is equal to 0, find what s is. When t is equal to 3 over 5, find what s is. And when t is equal to, I've forgotten, t is equal to 3, find out what s is. So I'm just going to write down my s. What was my s again? Where on earth was my s? 5t cubed over 3. Let me cheat here. Right. Let me bear with me a wee second. Let me just write this down. Okay, so we've got that, so we can use that. Okay, so I'm going to put my 0 into that. When you put 0 into that thing, clearly you just get, clearly you're just going to get 0.5. Put in 3/5. So what we're doing here is 5 over 3 times the 3/5. I'm going to write 3/5 as 0.6. 0.6 cubed plus 0.6 squared minus 3 times 0.6 plus 0.5. And see the way I've set that out? I'm just going to go ahead and do it for the same for the other one. When you're doing that, you would put that into your calculator once and then just go back and edit the bracket so you can see really what I'm doing here. Okay, but let's work those out. So we'll just do that at the end. It will nearly be a nicer way of doing it. Okay, so what was the first one? Pardon me. 5 over 3 and then brackets. It was 0.6 and then that was cubed and then plus brackets 0.6 and that was squared and minus 3 brackets 0.6 and then plus 0.5. And when I did that, I got, I'll do it as a decimal, that's going to be minus 0.58. Okay, and then when I change those 0.6s to 3s, all the 0.6s that are inside the bracket, change them to 3s, just bear with me. I've done that now, and what I got was 45.5. Okay, get rid of you, don't need you anymore. Right, now what we need to do is we need to find the distance between these two things. Distance between these and then add them all together. So from 0.5 up to 0.58 is 1.08 meters, and then from this one to this one is going to be just do 45.5 minus 0.58, and what I got was that's 46.08 meters, and then we'll just say our total distance is equal to 1.08 plus 46.08, and then if we just do that, we will get, and that is 47.16 meters. A very common exam question. Sometimes they lead you through it a wee bit more where they say find the times when it's at rest, but that's a very good exam question where they don't do that. It really tests a lot of understanding.